Good morning, it's Andrew Cannon. Today it's part 2 of the Andy Anderson hydrant board. I'm excited to get another session in on this. Normally I just do a single session, but this one required a little bit more just from a time perspective. So this board is 8.4 wide with 8.25 in the middle. It is 32.03 inches long. We got a 14.25 wheelbase. The nose and the tail are twin at 6.79 inches. Today I'm skating these Ace 44 AF1 trucks. Honestly, I did a video on them versus Thunders and I went Thunder, but the session I had on these the other day was really fun, and I like them both. I've got these X Formula 97A Bones wheels. These are the side cuts. They're 55 millimeter. I got some Bones bearings in there, and then I have the Jessup grip tape, which again is super wild. So I'm gonna try to put another hour and a half in on this board, try to get some tricks that I said I would do, like Casper stall on a bank. I'm gonna try some front foot impossibles and some pressure flips, but I'm not holding out hope because I am terrible at those tricks. I'm gonna try some ledge stuff, some quarter pipe stuff, maybe some Manny's, we'll see. And then someone asked me to walk the dog and I watched a video on it this morning, so I'll certainly give it a try. I head to Brazil today at 1 o'clock and I'm excited to film some videos while I'm down there for SLS. If you guys have any thoughts on stuff you wanna see, drop it in the comments below. Other than that, let's get down to skating because time is limited and I've got a flight in about 5 hours. There's a few better ways to warm up than a little quarter pipe action. Oh my God. My wheels kind of rolled up on the quarter pipe a little there, the round edge. There we go. Feels so good. Oh shit. Kind of tripping on these 97s because they're much slipperier than I thought they'd be. Total Haslam trick, the 5-0 to back D. Whoosh. Not great, but it worked. I think the biggest surprise with this board in this shape so far is just how skatable it actually is. And that might sound stupid, but coming from a more traditional popsicle shape, you're kind of like, it looks weird. Like, it seriously, I don't think you can see, but it's like, it's so interesting the way that it contours in and out. And I think the hardest part is actually getting it and setting it up. Because once you set it up, it feels really good. I love how it feels when cruising around transition because it's wider where you're gonna put your feet, which is pretty much on the bolts, like in that area. So you've got more width, but I don't know, there's just something about it that's really cool so far. And I definitely dig the width in the places where you want the width. So try some, let's try this Casper stall on the bank, see how that goes, and we'll kind of go from there. This morning I got talking heads on. It's bright and early, so kind of getting warmed up, some good tunes. Bank's kind of tall. Been a while since I've done that Casper stall. But I do love it. A little Reese Forbes song right now. Oh, we were getting there. No, that one was poop. Oh, I want to be able to do it where I'm balanced. That would feel sick. And it's good because that square tail definitely kind of like balances pretty quick. Oh, a little slower. Oh, it's like more of a scoop than it is a full-on like half kickflip. You kind of like pressure into it, which is cool feeling. Oh, I feel like the first one I did counted, but I'd like to get it more straight up. Oh, Oh, that one felt cool. Foot a little further up toward the front. Oh, I feel like I'm getting the foot placement, which is cool. Just a comment, these wheels, these 97s, are very fast at this park. It feels awesome. I put my foot down. Yeah. I had my weight back though, that was good. 7:26, I got an hour. Oh. Does it count if my back foot is on the bank at all or no? Tell me. Oh. That one felt pretty legit. Oh. Nope, too much. Oh. Oh, it's hot, I need water. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna try to do one more and we'll move on. Nope. Oh. My front foot, there wasn't enough pressure, like kind of holding it between the front and back foot though. Dang, Casper master over here, really just sawing in. Nope. I'm gonna give it 3 more and move on because I've landed it. No, I'm flicking too much. I need a little more pressure. Nope. All right, we're gonna give it one last one and then we're moving on. Foot down. Nope. Okay, we're gonna call it a win on that. Just because, I mean, I probably did it as good as I can. Okay, so although I'm not like the Casper king, this tail is great for it because you have consistency. That being square just makes it so you don't have to worry about, oh, is it gonna be, where's my balance gonna be? It's like, no, the balance is gonna be on the bottom. So that was a nice thing to not worry about. It was more about that front foot. I'll work on that one because I actually would love to be able to do that like pretty vertically. I think it looks really cool. So I'll keep working on it. And if I ever try to do the trick, like a Casper slide, this is 100% the board that I would be trying it on. Okay, I gotta do some varial flips because those were requested. And I think that's such a good one to just show how awesome the board is being a twin. I always like to do the back-to-back V flip. And then I'll try a couple of those crazy flat ground tricks that were requested. I know pressure flip's not crazy, people do it downstairs, but for me it's pretty crazy. Switched it up to an Iron Cheek playlist. Whoa! First flip trick of the day. Oh. Dude, I caught that so funny with my back foot. Wild. Oh. Oh. That's pressure flips. I get that it's like supposed to be that motion. I just cannot do it. It's just a motion my feet aren't used to. I've done that one in my life, but probably not for 20 years. All right, I'm gonna try to like skid it. There's people out there that do pressure flips and they're like, this is the easiest trick. What's wrong with you, Andrew? Oh! Oh, that waxed the ankle, man. Try to like really jump and do this front foot impossible. Oh, I think maybe a smaller board would help me get it around, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna try to scoop this back foot a bit, but dude, I think that's it. Man, that one is such 100%, and he does it so easy. Oh, dude, that's hard. Somebody asked for a late chip. Late shove attempt. Try that one more time going back. Oh. I feel like I'm a little kid right now. Oh. Oh. Part of why I love this is like it gets me doing tricks I haven't done or tried in a long time. There we go. Oh, that one's harder though. Damn you, Jessup! Oh. Also been quite a while since I've tried that, the 180 late shove. It's gonna be good for the old game of skate. I can't do a regular big spin. I can only do a 180 late shove. Oh, I forgot I gotta walk the dog. So the video, back foot here, there you go. Whoa, I can work on that. Oh. Hey, I walked the dog. I love that I didn't even care what way the board was. Oh. All right, I gotta stop messing around here. Right? It's an Andy board. Not my normal vibe here. Andrew, how'd you get smoked before your trip? Just practicing freestyle tricks. Man, I can't get that thing to move. I think I gotta put my foot down further or something. It's an embarrassment to myself and freestyling. I'm sorry, AJ Khan. You're probably laughing at me right now. Like, aw, baby's first primo stall. Okay, let's see if I can foot a little lower or something. Hey, it did work. That was shocking. Okay, that's it. That's as cool of freestyling as I got. I find this board to be highly enjoyable. I like the way that it sort of makes you put your feet in certain places to do tricks. I think especially if you're looking for consistency in your kick flips or your nollie flips or something like that, what's great about it is it just kind of gives you a guide. Not even the grip tape that Andy makes, just the board itself, because of the contours and because of the way that it feels with the concave, I think it's very easy to go, this is the place, this is the pocket where I put my foot for a kick flip or for a heel flip. And that's really awesome because that's obviously not the norm when it comes to a regular popsicle with regular concave. The nose and the tail are great when it comes to popping. It feels super consistent. The flight construction makes it feel nice and light. I think the whole setup that I'm riding right now is awesome. If anyone was gonna be like, hey, I wanna get an Andy Anderson board, what should I get? If you're gonna try primos, I'd get a little bit of a wider truck, but otherwise, these 44 AF1 Aces are awesome. They turn really well. I'm digging them a lot, especially now that I've kind of gotten them broken in. The 97 X Formula wheels are very surprising. They are super fast and they slide really well. Less barky than the 99s, which I prefer a bark, but they definitely go, and that's really important. All right, it'll slide. Holy smokes. This ledge is a bit higher than the one at Eastmark. Gang, I might be a liar today. I don't know if I got that one in me. Although I did a nollie crook on this the other day, I want to do it again because someone asked a question of, hey, do you feel like when you get into a nollie crook, does it feel turny or does it get too straight? So I want to try and see. Whoa. Oh, board was backwards right there. Yeah, nollie crook for me is totally normal. I didn't feel too flat, too straight, none of that. It felt totally good. Feels good for switch too. Admittedly, I'm just not feeling the ledge right now. So I'm just gonna move on. Because I got a long flight today. And I don't need to get smoked trying something that just doesn't feel right. So I'm gonna try a kind of silly manual trick I've never tried in my life. I don't know the right way to do these spins. See, I'm fucking around and finding out real quick. I feel like I need a more circular manual pad for that, but I don't know. I don't think that one's gonna work. I don't think the wheels are grippy enough, and I think the manual pad needs to be circular. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Dang. Dude, that was great. You're on fire this morning. Oh. 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 I would love to do that, and then I'm down to call it for the day. Dang. Oh. Just gotta get my weight on a little more over top of the front wheels. Oh man. Oh. 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 I'm having a heck of a time with this one today. Such a good trick though. Just for fun, we'll try a few of those, and then I'll head home. I got like 7 minutes. Oh. Shuv It knows Manny worked. It was a bit of a challenge, not because of the board, just that a little tough to get up there. I've been skating some lower stuff, so. Oh, come on Ian, you got it. It was sick. Ian's rad. He works in marketing too. I'm gonna try a few Shuv It crooks, and then I'm gonna give my final thoughts on this board, and I got some thoughts. Oh. Do you want any wax or nah? I got a little. Do you mind if I give it a bit? Oh. Close. I'm gonna wax the wing of the board on the nose. Ah! Dang it! Oh. I will be genuinely psyched if I can do that. Oh. Oh, dang it! So close. Needs a little more wax. Oh. That's it. The end. All right, I'm gonna spoil it. I didn't do the nollie flip back tail today. My battle was a Shuv It crook. Oh, let's see what Rob's got. Trying it. Ian's gonna try it too. Overall, I see 0 disadvantages to this shape. I only see advantages. I think everything that you can do on a normal popsicle, you can do easily and comfortably on this board. I just think that the way that it contours actually gives you a bit of a guider for where to put your feet for certain tricks. And I really liked it. Like, I would keep skating this board. I think the flight construction's great. I like the concave. I like the way that it kick flips and 3 flips. Just feels really, really comfortable. The nose and the tail are at a really nice, comfortable angle, especially because I've skated NHS boards forever versus like a deluxe, which is a different kind of pop. The deluxe is just a little bit more aggressive versus like the NHS and this PAL conk. The nose and the tail feel a little more comfortable when you go to pop them. But overall, this whole setup is awesome. If you are about to go buy your first board and you're like, I was thinking about that Hydrant board, get this whole setup. It's awesome. It doesn't matter if you're skating parks. I rolled around on the street on these wheels and I have the worst street in front of my house. You'll see it at some point. I'll skate my box. It's garbage. And these wheels feel great. These are the 97 X formulas. Skated these Ace AF1 44s. Truly loved them. The grip tape, the Jessup is great. Overall, I just had a really, really awesome time on this board. And like I said, I only see advantages and no actual disadvantages. If you are interested in trying a shaped board, moving from a popsicle to something shaped, this is a really good option. It's got that 14.25 wheelbase. It's really comfortable. It flips around really nicely, and I just think that it was designed super, super well. So Andy, great job on it. Thanks so much, pal, for sending this one out. This one's enjoyable, and I'm gonna keep this one and keep skating it at different times. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one.